I do want to see everybody's face. Um, I try to prepare my stuff so I make sure that I don't miss anything. How you doing, Tasha? Y'all doing all right? Everybody good? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right. So, starting off, this is about the crossroads, and this is about road openings. Okay, how to open your roads, and pretty much more importantly, um, crossroad, like the occult crossroad, conjure crossroad magic, and explaining why the crossroads are so important when it comes to hoodoo. Um, this is what this class is really for, to really explain that. Because a lot of times, unfortunately, um, we really don't know all of this the way that we should, because a lot of our elders are not teaching that. So I kind of take this as an opportunity to create an arrangement of classes that people can go to and kind of learn from. So the crossroads is literally no different. This is the first time that I've ever taught it openly, and I'm sure that I probably have more to add to it at some point. But this is what we're going to discuss today. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's well. Um, so starting off with Crossroad Conjure. Okay, everybody write that down. Crossroad Conjure. Um, what is the crossroad? So the crossroads, it's literally a place where two roads at are about right angles, otherwise known as like the forks of the road. The crossroads are also where the spirits lie, and they say that they wait for work. That's what they say the crossroads, that the spirits, they lay there, they lie there, and they are waiting for work. People like to talk about the graveyard and doing work in the graveyard. Not many people really focus on the crossroad. Um, it's a subject of, they believe that the crossroad is the land that belongs to no one, in a place outside the borders of a town. It is considered a suitable site where people perform magical rituals. They also throw certain things away, and they also work the crossroad. Um, in ancient Greece, this is important to remember because it's not just a hoodoo, so to speak, but it's also many different cultures use the crossroad. Two, in Greece, they have marker stones commemorating the god of Hermes, Hermes. He was set at the crossroad. You guys can study him. In Rome, the god Mercury was a crossroad guardian. These are the people, the deities, the demigods that I'm going over. Y'all can use them to help y'all to open up roads for protection, for prosperity. For those, if your kids keep doing shit, bear their ass at the crossroads. Because they got the decisions to fucking thing. Or you can put their ass out like I did mine. Whatever. I'm quick to put my look, get out. They're like, are you for real? Yeah, fuck out my house. Because I ain't taking no shit off no motherfucking kids. And my kids, they grown. But when they hit that 15, 16 mark and you think you know more than me, I think you need to go and get out there. I think you need to go and get out there and do what you need to do. Miss House, how you doing? You got the San Francisco Bridge as your background. Okay, no wrong with that. Just a little extra. Miss House is always extra. I enjoy her. It's nice to see you. You never disappoint me with the comments in the group. You never disappoint me. And look at you. Look at that. All right. So you have in Greece, it's the god Hermes that they talk about a lot. He is a crossroad god. Then you have in ancient Rome, The god Mercury was a crossroad guardian. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. This is why I don't believe in the Mercury retrograde. What did we just say that the guardian, the god Mercury does? He's a crossroad. So think about that. Why would the god Mercury, they call it the Mercury retrograde, and the retrograde is supposed to be like if it's doing counterclock, if it's doing clockwise, the retrograde it goes back clockwise. I don't really believe in it because the god of who this is named for, he was the guardian of crossroads. So he was the guardian of opening roads. So I find it very hard to believe that's why I don't believe in a Mercury retrograde. That's me. In India, they had a god of Siva, Siva. They said that he guarded the crossroads at the outskirts of the villages. Y'all know what also represents the crossroads? Y'all gonna laugh. A phallus. A phallus. It also represents crossroads. Because a crossroad can be a female energy and it can also be a male energy. Did y'all know that? And you can work certain sides to do, you don't go into that. In Guatemala, you know, the Mayan culture, they had a underworld lord called Mam, Maam. The Catholic saint, Maximum, or Simon, y'all might know him as Saint Simon. He was depicted at the seat of the crossroads in a chair. In Africa, almost every cultural group has its own version of the crossroad, such as Papalegua, Legva, Elegua, Ellegua, Elegbara, Elegbara. You also have Ishu, Exu, which is Exu, Pambagira. For those who are looking into Pambagira is also a crossroad. Cigars a crossroads too. They open pathways. Another African god, it's called Numba Nzila. Let me spell it. Nbumba Nzila. These are all African gods and goddesses. Dysphoria that represents the crossroad and opening up your road. Now, the hoodoo practice, after one of the things that you can do with the crossroad is after you complete a job of work. What is a job of work? Anybody? Okay, so I'm gonna call names. Great. Teresa. Yes, ma'am. This house. What is a job of work?
So I'm assuming it's after you complete, maybe if you're doing like a prosperity ritual, your 7 days, or your 3, 6, and 9, just depending on what you're doing. So if it's love work or hex work or something like
Right.
that.
Right. It's the job of work. It's a matchable ritual or some type of ritual. The most neutral way to dispose the remnants of leftover candle wax, incense ashes, footprint dust, our ritual bath is to carry everything to the crossroads and throw it in the intersection, turn and walk away without looking back. Let me say that again. The particular hoodoo practice of why the crossroads is so important is because after you complete a job of work, and this is literally any kind of work you do, any kind of work, it doesn't matter if it's love, money, prosperity, hexing, it doesn't matter. You can throw anything at a crossroad. People don't know that, but you can. But the only thing that you can't do is never look back. So if you're doing prosperity work and you go and you throw it at a crossroad, but you steady wearing and you steady doing prosperity work, it won't work. Because when you leave it at a crossroad, it's supposed to be what? One and done. And a lot of people don't get that. That's why we have alternative ways of disposing certain type of work. Because when I do work, I throw it in a crossroad, I don't come back. And I will literally go to a crossroads that I never even crossed. That's outside of my normal. That way I don't ever want to cross over that again. Any questions so far? This is just a different way of doing work and especially hoodoo based and make it more effective. Yes, ma'am, Miss Tasha.
So just throw it, go to a crossroad, just throw it out. Don't have to bury it there or anything. Just okay.
No, one of my like my criminal case work, I always take it to the crossroad. Always. And I don't, man, the only thing I will bury at a crossroad is if I do a chameleon or if I do a tongue. But especially if it's somebody that's local that I did the work on, they have to come. They have to come, get the tongue, get the chameleon, and they have to bury it. And they have a few days after their case has been exposed of. I used to do work where I would take half up front and I waited until they got the results and they would pay the other half. But then I realized that people will get the results and they won't come back. Case in point, there was a gentleman that I did a criminal case for. Miss K with the store, Miss K and I go back a very long time. She was helping me when I first started doing work for people. And she had went and got me this tongue and I worked it for him. And she helped me. Miss K don't do work, but I needed help because this was 25 years. They wouldn't offer him any type of probation. And you can ask Miss K about this. It was years ago. And so I did the work. I think he paid me $450 up front. He was supposed to pay me another $900 when it was over. That's what he said. I said, okay. Before I started doing contracts and shit like that. Okay. And demanding all my fucking money up front. So 4 or 5 months, I'm doing work for him. And finally, they offered him 10 years probation. But they wouldn't offer him shit at first with 25 years fed time because they had recordings of people going into the house, his house, that even though his uncle was renting, buying drugs at the house. And his uncle had turned state on him and said that it was all his drugs. But he wasn't even really actually aware that his uncle was doing this shit. So he said, but it don't matter if he did not. And so he called me, he was like, man, they offered me 5 years. And I said, take the 5. Because what they did was, if you do 2.5 with good behavior, not having any problems, they're going to let him off instead of him doing a whole 5. So he went from 25 years fed probation. So that was like on a Wednesday. So he said, well, I'm going to come over there as soon as I get out of court. Guess what he did? He never showed up. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Thursday. I called him and I said, are you coming? Yeah, I got to take my daughter. So I didn't see him Saturday. So Sunday he calls and says, his 18-wheeler got hit. Total. His daughter's car that he had went and bought him. Total. He got hit. His car, total. That nigga said, I'm going to get my sister to bring me over here so I could bring you the rest of your money. My sister gonna have to bring me when I'm fit to come over here and get the rest of your money. I don't know what you're doing to me. I haven't done anything. You didn't complete the work at the crossroads because that's what we promised. We promised that this work would go to the crossroads. But he had to be the one to bury it. And because of his disobedience, not to me, but to the spirits that he promised. Because y'all have to remember when you are doing work, if you're doing real hoodoo work, you are making a contract. Unless you are a natural witch. Now, I don't use deities and stuff like that all the time. I don't really do it. I'm more natural today than I ever have been. However, when it comes to doing criminal case work and stuff like that, I'm always gonna go to the crossroad. Um, it's a great thing if they have a tree. If they have a tree near a crossroad, you can nail shit to it. It's just almost the same concept as working in a cemetery or working in a graveyard. So anyway, he came finally, brought me my money, and we went to a crossroad and he buried. But because he was still being lazy when he buried, I said, "You gotta bury it deep." He trying to hurry up. What are you in a rush for? So I leave and it's over with. So he sent me pictures and I said, "You need to go back and put some more dirt on it because you can still kind of see the bag." Nah, it's all right. 2 weeks later, he wound up in the hospital having lung problems. He goes, "God damn, I paid you your money. Did you do something to me?" I said, "No, I asked you to go back in to cover it up all the way." I go to the spot where he put it, and guess what? Dogs had got in and had ate the tongue. And so they said he had holes in his lungs. Where them holes come from? Goddamn dogs biting and eating that damn tongue up. So the crossroads has power. And today he swear me damn I did something. Listen, y'all, I ain't did nothing to that man. I gave him instructions. I told him you have to do it this way. Specifically, if you want it to work and then you don't want the ramifications behind it, because again, we were working with Papa Lego too. You think he played that shit? Hell fuck no, he don't. So when you are dealing with the crossroad, it is the same concept as you're working in a graveyard. That's some serious work. And many people don't know how to work the crossroad. So you hear most people talk about what? Cemeteries. Oh, some graveyard dirt. Crossroad dirt is a motherfucker too. You can put crossroad, go to a crossroad and take dirt from each corners of it, put it in a bag, shake it up real good, and spit in it. And then take that bag and that dirt and put it in the four corners of your house, your apartment, wherever you stay, and it'll make you stay there. And it's also good for protection. People won't even be able to come in your house if they on some bullshit because of that crossroad dirt. It also makes your house a more sacred place because crossroad is just like the cemetery. It's a sacred place. So like I said, after you're doing work, the most neutral way to dispose of it, your candle workings, your incense ashes. What y'all do with your incense ashes? You throw it in the trash, don't you? You dump it out. Never do that with your incense ash. Get you a jar, put it in a jar. And ever so often, take it to the crossroads and feed them. Crossroads got to be fed too. Did y'all know that? If y'all really want to be this voodoo practitioner, and y'all have to feed everything. You have to feed everything that we use. Not just the cemetery, not just, if y'all want money, feed the bank. What I mean by feed the bank, I ain't saying go to make a deposit. I'm saying go to the land, go to the grass, feed it some water, earn a petition, put it in the bank, feed it some water, watch your shit grow. Y'all do any type of prosperity work, you know what y'all do with y'all work? When I finish with it, when I do those spells, there's an old bank in Hutchins, Texas, about 45 minutes. I drive down there. It's an old bank. The bank was open for over 100 years. It's not open anymore. It just sits there. I go and I bury y'all work. A whole bunch of motherfucking drugs and shit on my shit. Right there on that bank yard. And every time I go there, yeah, I find a penny or a quarter or a dime. I'm like, well, okay, let me go and take that. And I put it in your jar. So I'm trying to teach y'all how to work more than just what everybody else is working and talking about. So again, it's good for the ashes. Footprint dirt. Y'all know what footprint dirt is? What is it, Tanisha? Got her glasses on today. She saw I'm taking notes. I want to say. That's my baby. I'm probably gonna wear her ass out the whole over the time. That's my baby.
Footprint dirt. So that's like a direct connection to the person. So like if you were to scoop it up, you can put it in a jar and you can work their ass with it.
Yeah, because what you do is you throw it where they walk.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you really want to control a man, get you some Crossroad dirt, put it in a little baby jar. Get you some love powder. Love powder could literally be some baby talcum powder. If you don't know how to, get some, and get you some Nesquik. Y'all remember the pink Nesquik? Because it's pink. And you're gonna mix it with the talcum powder. Then you might take just a little drop of love oil or domination oil, grind it and mix it and let it dry out. And then what you would do is with that crossbow dirt, you would throw it where the person walks so they can walk over it. Then you would go back if you got that kind of time. But we talking about old folks, they have time. Sweep some of it up where they can walk across it. And then you would also bury that at a crossroad too. Those ritual baths that y'all be having with all those herbs and stuff, I bet y'all throw it in the trash, don't you? Oh, I didn't have to drain the tub and all this shit everywhere. You can throw it out around your house, but you can also collect it and save it, and you can throw it into an intersection. And whatever you use the crossroads, whatever you throw, you always turn and walk away without looking back. They have this thing, it's called a follow me voice spell, and it's work to link two people. And so the trick, because in voodoo you call them laying tricks. You don't really call them casting a spell. You call them laying tricks. And so you can lay a trick at a crossroad between uh, the person's home and you and your home. So you'll find a crossroad, like y'all homes in between. And you can make the bond closer and draw them in closer to you. Like say for instance, y'all, this is an hour away, right? But there's like crossroads in that between y'all. You can do work in that crossroad between y'all to bring y'all closer together too. And as I told some of y'all, a really good protection spell for your house where you don't have to worry about people trying to necessarily attack your home or attack you in your home. You can find a crossroad, like if you're right here and then you have a street this way and a street that way, right? So you can get you 4 paper bags and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You got 1, 2, 3, 4. The house is in the middle of it, right? So a good way to protect your home, your kids, and some old little stupid ass bitch trying to throw work on you. Most of them try to throw work on me all the time, I'm pretty sure. Well, you'll take those 4 and you're going to cross them up. That way it confuses the spirits and they don't know where you are in that crossroad because you crossed it up. So you have dirt from 1 and 2, you have dirt from 3 and 4. So you would take the dirt from 1 and take it and cross it over and mix it with the dirt in 4. You would take the dirt from 2 and put it over into 3. You see, you crossing it up, and your house is in between. Y'all have any questions? Because I know that when I teach that, y'all have questions.
Do you keep it in a bag or do you take it out?
Once you collect it,
Mm-hmm.
you can pour it into that dirt. Once you collect it, but I would say save some, take it home because you can use it. Because for those of you guys who live in apartments and you don't really live anywhere where a crossroad is, when you get to a crossroad, 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? And you can set it up in a shoebox. You can set it up in one of those little plastic containers, and you can still work your crossroads like that in your home. But make sure though, every once in a while you dump that, take it to the crossroad, dump it out, and then start over. And keep it somewhere dark and heat. Does that make sense? Any questions?
So you said Saint Simon was the crossword person, not Saint Peter.
St. Peter is one as well, but I was talking about the Mayan culture. That's why I said Saint Simon.
Okay.
Not all hoodoo rituals can take place at a crossroad or laying tricks. That's why I was telling y'all about the portable crossroad, which is a crossroad, which is like a crossroad or a circle with a cross inside, known as like an X, like this. This is when I say when you can make a portable one, get the dirt, you can do that too. You can actually do that in your backyard. You can do that in your front yard. You can, the cross mark, you can draw it on the ground. You can make it a personal altar by putting like some altar powder, like sachet powder. You can do that. You can lay down your own four corners. Do y'all know how to make y'all like some sachet powder and stuff like that? Okay, with herbs and things of that. Okay, so I will, just like you guys got the email code, I will email that to you. Look up a painting by E.W. Kimball, and it's called The Hoodoo Dance. And you will see what I'm talking about, like drawing, for those of you guys like to study. And it documents the practice. Like if you look closely, you will see at the center of the dance floor, it's clearly marked a portable crossroad or like a 5-point. And they have like a piece of cloth that's laid on the ground at the 4 corners of the cloth, and it's set like 4 candlesticks with burning candles, and it's like 4 identical pieces. That's a really good representation, that paint. So write that down to look it up. The crossroads is also popular where hoodoo crossroads, where they learn to play music, throwing dice and dancing. They used to do that at the crossroads, y'all. The little hilltop, the little gambling shack would be at a crossroad because they found that it was a sacred, lucky ground. Also, they say if you're if you're wanting to master something, this is a ritual that you can do at a crossroad to have you master something. What I mean by master something, that's like public speaking, dancing, your business, whatever. Okay. So basically, what you would do is you would bring whatever it is, your business or whatever, a deck of cards, whatever, and wait at the crossroads on 3 or 9 specified nights or mornings. So once you have witnessed like a mysterious, and they used to do this old school. Now I think they'd be kind of crazy if you go to a crossroads for like 3 or 9 days. So people gonna say something wrong with her. I've been seeing her go there. And I'm just telling you the history of. And what they would do is you would wait for the big black man to arrive. And if you weren't afraid of him and you didn't run, he would ask to borrow the item that you wish to learn, to succeed, to whatever. He would ask for it. And he would show you the proper way. He would give you the energy of it. He would give you whatever it is that you need. And then he would give you the gift of greatness. This is what like old conjure people will say, the big black man at the crossroads. And it would say that the man who meets people at the crossroads was called who? Anybody know what they called him? They would call him the devil. The devil at the crossroads? Yeah. Come on now, y'all make this goddamn young. Yeah, okay. The devil at the crossroads. They also called him the writer. They called him the little old funny boy. They called him the big black man. And they wasn't talking about in cases of color. They was talking about because he shares the derivative of Papalekwa and Elekwa. And it could have been any one of those, the ones that I told you. But that's what one of the beliefs, especially through the South. And then another one who that's a big god or goddess is Hikat. Kate. I don't know how y'all really say it. Hikat, Kate, one of them. If you choose to work with her, it could take time to work with her because she really isn't a goddess that's readily open. But if you guys are really into darker workings and feminine energy, that's very, very strong, she's one. Once you've developed a connection with her, she's made her presence known to you, you've accepted her calling. She doesn't coddle people like she won't. She's not a goddess that will like coddle you. She'll make you work for it. You know, and if she asks you for something, you better give it to her. She's almost like Santa Muerta. Y'all know about Santa Muerta? She is somebody that I work with. Y'all even have her in my desk. I have a huge altar in my other store. I have an altar in my studio, and then I keep her right about my desk. And I have like a little water here, and I keep it right there in my desk, right there by my computer. But working with Hikat, she's really good. She's considered the dark mother, goddess architect. She's considered the crone, you know. Her energy can be really, really straightforward, but she's truly a crossroad. She will open doors for you, but you better be real faithful on how you move. And some of y'all ain't consistent enough. I will. Because you got to be real consistent to work. You don't play that. I'm going to also tell y'all about Crossroad Dirt. I'm going to give y'all a spell for prosperity to work at the crossroad. Then I'm also teach y'all the tarot spread for wanting to read at the crossroad. I wasn't going to do it at first.
When we go to the crossroads and we leave the work there, do we have to leave some kind of offering too?
For the crossroad is kind of different. You don't have to leave necessarily. That's the difference between like working with a cemetery. Because when you're now, if you're working at the crossroad, it's something different. But if you're throwing something away, no. What does that mean? When you go in a cemetery, what do you have to do? You're taking something.
Right.
You're taking something. So if you're taking crossroad dirt, then yeah, you give it some water. You know, you can. You can also feed it the opposite dirt. The northeast, south, and west. You know, the 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also feed it each other too. But the cemetery, the graveyard, you go there with a purpose. You go there with a purpose to take something. With the crossroads, you're giving something to it. You already feeding it. You're feeding it the work. So for an example, again, the only work I do at a crossroad is criminal justice work. That's the only work I do. But you can do anything at the crossroad. But the only work I do in particular is the criminal. And like for instance, there is a Apollo work that you can do. And if somebody's in jail, you get a hatchet, you know, like a chopping hatchet, and you draw arrows. like this. Because you want him to get out of the situation however possible. We don't care. We're trying to slide him out. You would take a hatchet and you would draw this all over the hatchet, right? Just a small handheld hatchet. Then you would get a doll. You would get like the little Barbie dolls. If it's a female, you get the male doll if it's male. And then what you would do is get you a bowl and some okra. It could be frozen, it could be, you get some okra, and you cut it up a little, and you put it in a bowl. It has to be ceramic. And you will put water and okra in this bowl until it get real slimy. And nasty. Then what you do is you would draw a circle. You're gonna put the crossroads in the circle. You know how I was telling the picture that I showed you? You'll do that. Then you'll take the young man or the young woman and you're gonna get a tea light. You're gonna put the water in the bowl, you're gonna put the okra in the bowl, then you're gonna get a tea light and you're gonna set it in the bowl. Because the tea light activates what? Work. It activates the work, it heats the work up. That's the safest thing that you can ever use, especially when it comes to water, because the taper candles, once the fire gets to the water, what it's gonna do is gonna fizz out. But when you use the little tea candles, that little piece that is in, it's gonna hold the fire. So it's gonna activate the water in the okra. We want him to slide out. And you're gonna get the little chain. You're gonna get a chain. And you're gonna wrap it around the person. Brady better be writing shit down. We understand some shit, y'all. You better write this shit down. Taking notes. So then what you're gonna do is you will literally wrap the chain around the doll in the circle, in the spot, right? Then what you would do is you're gonna get the hatchet because you're gonna break the chain so he can be loose. So you will literally break the chain, you will chop the chain. And as you're doing it, you pulling. So you're gonna be pulling him out. You'll be pulling him out of it. Y'all get it? And you're gonna take him and you're gonna wrap him up and you're gonna put him somewhere cool. You want the fire off of him, you want the heat off of him. You might even put him in a refrigerator. And you'll let him stand there. Put the chain still loosely on him. Because you're gonna coat him with all the okra and stuff too. So he's gonna be kind of slimy and wet. But that's a good way if a person is in some trouble for them to slide on out. Because what does that hatchet represent? Remember, it had all those arrows going everywhere. We want him out. We don't give a fuck how he get out. We want him out. That's some criminal work that you do too. And you can, I feed that to the crossroad. That water, the chain, I feed it to the crossroad. Take the crossroad and feed it. You give it something green because of the okra, and you're giving it nourishment because of the water. What y'all think so far?
If it's a crossroads that people drive across all the time, because it's hard to find crossroads here.
A crossroad could be like this, right? You know, you got the four.
So basically a four-way stop.
Right.
But if it's one that people drive across, then you can't really throw stuff in the middle. Like if you work in a 7-day candle.
I wouldn't throw a 7-day candle in the middle of it because you don't want the broken glass. You want
that's what I'm saying.
Like everybody's gonna feel this magic. Everybody's gonna be at the motherfucking tire shop fucking around with me. Everybody. Your tire's fucked up. Your tire's fucked up. No, Miss House, we are not flattening people's tires. Don't y'all
so you just
throw
it on the side, right?
Huh?
That was my question. So you would just throw it maybe on the side.
You will literally get out your car, like just the middle, right? So you'll go over here.
Mm-hmm. I can't see you.
You'll go over here, like just the middle. This where you talking about throwing. If anybody car be on flat with glass and shit, just know Teresa then let her motherfucking window down when she done came through the stop sign and then threw her shit out there, and that's why. Her fault. So you would literally just say you at this stop sign. So you might stop right here, pull over to the side.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And go handle your
Mhm.
business and get back in the car. Don't be throwing no shit in the middle of nobody's street. Somebody, Duchess said do that.
You said throw it in the middle at the intersection.
Get out your fucking car, park your car. Don't do that, Miss
Okay.
House. Do y'all be
Yeah,
on
I
drugs
find
before y'all get on these videos and y'all start asking me questions? Or do y'all think, what's the most craziest shit I could ask her today? Let me do that. No.
that was a question I've been holding because I found one that's that like a wooded area, but you'd have to actually like get out and walk
Yeah,
over.
you got to get out your car.
Okay.
Y'all
I
be
have a
trying to
question.
lazy witch like a motherfucker. Yes, ma'am.
My question is because I've been working my sugar daddy kit, and I have the candle that came with it, and I'm holding on to it because I don't know what. I thought about throwing it at a crossroad. I thought about burying it. I just don't know which one. But where I live, it's like we have a lot of them. But these folks don't go to bed. Somebody always out. So it's kind of hard to find somewhere to actually like go to a crossroad and do something because they always out. Like these niggas don't sleep.
All right. So if that is the case, if I were you, if you can't get to a crossroad somewhere like that, what I would do is I would wrap it up in foil. I would like wrap it up in foil, and then I would put little drops of the love or the domination oil on it, and then I would put it in a bag and I would throw it away. But I would throw it away like near like a church, and I'm gonna tell you why I say a church, because a church is a sacred holy place. This is where we're trying to throw the stuff away, a sacred holy place. You understand what I'm saying?
I started to go bury it at one. I just
Yeah,
didn't.
it's a sacred holy place. So that represents that.
Okay.
Also, so when we talking about a crossroad, we're talking about a place with two roads intersect, right?
Right.
So there are two different types of crossroads too, if you can visualize. Like the first one is like, you know how they go, because what it is crossing over. That's cross. But they also have a female crossroad. A female crossroad is like a fork. You know how the roads they split like that?
Right.
That's the feminine. So maybe, and those are more in like wooded areas and like the country.
I know where one is actually not too far from my house.
Okay,
I
so
thought
if
it
you
just had
could,
to be the 4-way. I didn't know it could be.
no, you have a female crossroad too.
Okay.
And so the female is like it's like a forking road where it divides into two roads leading off into two separate directions.
Okay.
If y'all can get, then you have like a three-way. The three-way, they call it the male crossroad. And then you got the four-way. You got the two-way, the three-way, and the four-way. If you could get dirt from all of those, that's some good crossroad dirt.
Okay.
Because you can use the female crossroad dirt for what? Love. You can use the three-way crossroad, which is the male, for money. And if you can use the four corners, that's for everything.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, we talked about offerings and stuff like that. Leaving an offering, you can do 21 pennies, especially if you always throwing something. Now, if it's just a one-time thing, you're feeding it the work is enough. Maybe some water, that's enough. But if you're going to work like that's your crossroad, like you want to own that crossroad because you can offer 21 pennies and lighting 3 red candles at the crossroad. But you gotta wait for it to burn down. And this is what I tell people when they are having really bad struggles and it just seems like ain't nothing going right for them. Take those 21 pennies and lighting 3 red candles at a crossroad. Have to wait for it to burn down. And it is said it will remove any negative thing, problem, whatever from your life. All you need is 21 pennies and 3 red candles. That is it. And tell the crossroad what you want it to do. I'm
Can it be
having
tea
problems.
candles? Can they be tea candles?
Those are shorter to burn too. Yeah. You have to wait. That's the part. You have to wait for it to burn all the way down. And it's said to remove obstacles. That's a huge road opener. If y'all say that and y'all give me credit, I'll be mad because y'all ain't heard it before. Y'all ain't heard no the female and the male crossroad and stuff either. I gave y'all some game today. And I'm teaching you how to work it too. Y'all ain't heard nobody else teach about no crossroad magic. Let me find out. I'll be like, let me find out. I'll be like, oh, you didn't hear that from me? Oh, okay, thank you. I'm gonna start calling motherfuckers out. I'm gonna say, where you get it from? Where you get that from?
So you actually can build a relationship. That was what I was wondering. Can you build a relationship with a specific crossroads? So every time you go down there, throw something out or leave some kind of offering.
I'm
Then-
21 pennies every time. Because you can do it to own the crossroad. You can take the dirt from all four corners of one, or the two, or the three, however you want to do it, and throw 21 pennies in each one and take dirt from each one and put it in one bag.
Mm-hmm.
They say that the veil between the worlds is naturally thin at the crossroad. So also too, if you want to speak to your ancestors and ask them for advice, they also say that you can go to the crossroads and do that as well. Because a lot of times, a lot of people say that their ancestors, they can't hear them, but they say going to the crossroads like that and asking for them to speak to you is a way that they will communicate with you as well. But if you have a more of aggressive type of work, then I wouldn't say use a crossroad. I would say go to the graveyard, leave it in the cemetery, you know. But like I said again, if you wish to master any talent, bring the tools of your intended trade to the crossroad. And you have to practice like after dark for 9 nights straight. Bring a candle with you because it remains at the crossroad each night until it burns down. You can't show any fear either. Like for people who are learning and want to learn how to play an instrument real good, go to the crossroads and start playing. It's said to give you that gift of learning how to play it and enhancing your gift forward. I'm gonna take a break real quick because I need some water. I'll be right back, okay? Because all this talking, I get You're so funny. Oh, child. All right, ladies, I had to go get me something to drink. Mother throat is dry. And this smoky quartz I'm wearing, why this bitch is just draining everything from me? The guy that I got him from, you know how like y'all can touch him, you're like, oh, this is mine. That's how it felt when I touched it. And he said, it's gonna pull from you a little bit, but that's good. It's just protected. And I shit so heavy wearing this. I almost want to take it off. I'm like, somebody trying to attack me. I had another one in the chain broke. But I'm, you know, they say when you wear different type of jewelry and stones and gems and they break or something like that, then it did what it was supposed to do. And then it protected you from something. But my last smoke, of course, I had it broke, like right off, and it broke, it split right down the middle. I was like, damn, they fucking with me like that. All right. So anyway, y'all have any questions for me? How are y'all liking it so far? I know it's kind of different and it's not talked about as much as all the other stuff, but it's very, very important. Very important. And I'm gonna try my best to teach other classes that people really don't talk, like my herb class that I'm gonna do. That's gonna be a huge class. And I think I'm gonna give y'all like sample herbs. Y'all can make like the sample teas and the sample, like, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do that with the herb class. And I think I'm gonna make that one probably like a 2 or 3 hour class. There's so much information. And I'm not sure if I'm just gonna do it on hoodoo herbs or I think I'm just gonna try to cover a lot of stuff with the herb class. Some of these folks, oh, did y'all read about that man that went to a worker and she was supposed to be doing some work for the wife and she gave us some herbs and the woman bought all the herbs and gave it to him and he drank it and died? That's one of these workers that's on YouTube too.
I need them herbs.
I was finna say, is it a YouTube worker? That was my exact thought. Like, damn, was she on YouTube?
I don't know what the fuck they doing.
Hell no.
They really
Dang.
killing shit.
I was like, woo, child. I was like, I don't never get nobody no herbs like that unless I specifically teach on it and I teach them. Because every herb, y'all know, some of them are, okay, there is a herb that's in my apprenticeship. It's called belladonna that I teach about. What is belladonna, those that are, because there's a couple of y'all in here. What does belladonna do? Now make me call y'all out. You know I don't mind. Oh, look at her. She can open up her nose. Look at her. Yeah. What does belladonna do? Belladonna is one of the most poisonous herbs that you could ever use in your life.
You can't ingest belladonna. You gotta like use incense or burn it. You have to burn belladonna. You can't ingest it. And it's for ancestral.
Astral projection.
Answer is good for astral projection.
I got
Wrong
you,
way.
Momo.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm high. I'm sorry.
It was used in that flying ointment that they used to do back in the day with the brooms and the whip.
Thank you, Sabrina, that you probably high too, but you a little bit
Not
more
yet.
coherent than your sister up there. I don't know
But
why.
I do got my fudge.
Let me say, she done ate her edible and she done
I
got on.
tried to go off the she went back off on the nose. I was trying to
Morgan,
keep
get
it
high.
off the nose.
Every time I see Morgan in the video high, she have 37 blunts, and she just don't smoke a blunt. She come with a little pipe thing they put the weed in. She'll have different type of methods of highness in one motherfucking class in my apprenticeship. She got a blunt. She's smoking a blunt. And, You know, I look at her again. About 15 minutes later, she got the little pipe.
Somebody help me. Help me.
Do you want to be Morgan? I've never seen it be different type of methods of ingesting marijuana. Then you see her with a cookie.
Hold up, don't forget,
Are you trying
Mama
to
done put us on to the edibles too, so we ordered
Yeah, I'm
that.
about to order some
I
more.
was
We
saying-
ordered that.
that was the
She probably
worst.
ate one of them edibles. She probably ate one of them cookies.
That was one of the worstest. I don't even know if the worstest is a word, but that was like one of the worstest days
Had to create a word for it.
of my fucking life. I don't like anything that controls me or anything that I can't push through. Because first of all, I'm a high priestess, so I'm not supposed to put myself in a position like that. That's what you're not supposed to do.
You was very dissipated in yourself.
Oh my God. I'm still trying to be authoritative Magickal Lady Duchess so I can get on everybody because they ain't had no business doing that. See, first of all, I had a piece of cookie. It wasn't even big, y'all. It was a piece of cookie. And I thought I'm gonna taste it. I'm still doing my readings. And I wonder why my last reading, I'm just staring at the screen. Normally I take notes. Like I take notes when I do readings for y'all, just in case if we do a follow-up or something, I can remember kind of what we talked about, right? Mother right here, baby girl was just talking, and I'm
Hey, close my door then.
people like,
Like, who are you?
that was a hard, that was the last reading I had for the day. It was so hard for me, y'all. And I'm like, I know it ain't, I didn't eat that much of the cookie. I just go out here and get another piece of this cookie. So I go out here and all my staff, it's just like this.
And look how they laughing.
And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? All of that is so embarrassing, y'all. And then my manager that's supposed to be looking after everybody, this her. I was like, it's like 2 or 3 customers in the store, they eating edibles. One of the customers, she got stuck. She had a bag. I thought she had bought stuff. No, she was throwing up in the bag. And she just, babe, just. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because it hadn't hit me yet. And then another customer walks in, and then my evening staff member came in, and Grayson was like, what's wrong with everybody? This is me. I don't know what's wrong with them. I said, maybe they ate too much edibles. And she was like, you got edibles? I'm like, nigga. Like, so I looked in the box, because it was 2 little pans. Them bitches was empty. It was like a piece of this here, a little chunk of this. I said, who ate all of this? And all of them had ate. They was out of there. And then I'm sitting there talking to the customer. Then it hits me. I said, oh shit. I said, oh, wait a minute. Oh. That time my breathing was, and I was like, wait, I got to go sit down. So I was like, Grace, come here. I said, she would help you. She was like, but wait, I want to answer your question. Not right now. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with me. And then as soon as I sat down, and I had these boots on, the heels was this one, I sat down and I could not move. And it was as if the boots weighed 150 pounds per boot. And I could not, I was just stuck. I literally text my other staff in my Glam Body studio. And I was literally like, can somebody come up? But it took me a long time to text. That's why I couldn't get where people was taking eating edibles and they making whole videos. Bitch, I could never, because I couldn't even text. I was like, please, and please was like, this how my shit looked. Let me find the tea. It was like PELASY, milk, banana. I was like, one of y'all, anybody, and the one that come in at 4, she's like, I ain't gonna be there to 4. It's 1 o'clock. I'm like, listen, I don't give a fuck. So then they couldn't really understand what I was saying. Somebody, she making a smoothie. She wanted some milk and bananas. They thought I was trying to eat healthy over there, and I wanted them to come bring me. So I was about to fucking die. I thought I was dying. So Bracelet went to the store. I was like, I need bring me some ginger ale. So she done went about all of this shit. So by the time one of my staff members come over there, I'm now in the multiverse with my husband because and now I'm like, I was like, I just don't want to die. I was like, please. I was really praying. I was like, Jesus, I know me and you ain't fucked around in a long time, but I need Jesus, Buddha, Allah, Siva, anyone, Elijah Muhammad. Can one of y'all please help me be unhigh? Now, I don't know if that's the word, but I was really praying. When I tell you that was a horrible day, and then she would pass around with little red cups, pouring milk in them, and everybody drink. And Miss
But
Kate
what
just
does the
drink.
milk do?
I was trying to bring, in my mind, I was trying to bring people down. You know, the milk will bring you, because it'll coat your stomach.
Okay.
And then the potassium that's in the banana will bring down your high too. But you know, I'm trying to throw the little nurse shit up in there. You know, I'm trying to. I started to get some charcoal water to make everybody drink it. Go give me some charcoal back there so everybody can drink. I was trying to be not high because all I hear is the bell dinging. Customers are still coming in, and it's never busy like that on a Wednesday. It be like real slow, but this the Wednesday. Every fucking body wanted to come in. I don't know how Grace did it with my husband throwing up, the other customer throwing up, Damon throwing up. I don't know how she managed to help all those people. And they was like, is Duchess here? And she was like, yeah. And I'm back there like this. I can't, and my eyes was open. I couldn't even move. I was like, I think this bitch done set me up. I think Nick Shade, this bitch done put something. They was trying to figure out a way to take me out. And they done fucking succeeded. And I'm stupid because I don't even eat shit that people cook. Okay? And this bitch done tricked me with drugs. And this bitch done got me. This bitch done gave me some of that, what is it, the K2? What is it, that fake marijuana? I thought that's what she had. And then I thought this bitch done sprayed this shit with some roach spray or something. This bitch trying to kill me. And I said, if I ever get out of this, I'm going with Nick. I'm kicking her ass. I was, in my mind, I had thought of all these ways that I was going to kick her ass because she fucking tried to kill me. And I asked my husband, I was like, baby, am I dead? And he was like, no, baby, I think we both did. And I was like, oh no. I didn't want to die.
And I've been so tempted to get some.
Listen, I'm talking about, I didn't want to die with this outfit on. I didn't want to die because now I'm just stuck in eternity as an ancestor with this outfit on. And I was just putting something on that day and my hair wasn't coming right. And I was like, I am so disappointed, Dang. That's what started me saying I was disappointed. So my daughter come in there and she's high too. And I was like, I am so
dissipated.
Yeah, I am so, I can't believe I'm dissipated in you. And she was like, Mama, really? Everybody high. And I was like, this is unprofessional. We are not, oh God. She was like, how you gonna try to be high and you trying to correct people? I was like, we don't do this. So then one of my sisters from another store came, thank God. And she was like, oh my God. This is the person I've known since I was 16 too. She's never seen me high or drunk, ever in my life. She was like, friend, I'm talking about friend back, because I don't even know what else to say, but friend. Like, I'm looking at her like, help me. And she over there unpeeling bananas, trying to feed it. That's how you know who your friends is, when you really get this shit. She's like, here, friend, open your mouth. And then she was like, chew. I'm talking about, you got to chew it. And I was like, my jaw don't work. It was so bad. And the fact that y'all still wanted to buy them fucking edibles, I thought that shit was fucking hilarious because I thought I was gonna die. I thought I had died 10,000 deaths.
I got the sriracha sauce now.
Huh?
I ordered the sriracha.
And then I went to sleep. I woke up, it was 7:47 p.m. We started around 1. Doors still open. It's dark outside. My staff that get off at 7, she done left. Ain't locked the door. I'm just like, I woke up and I had to pee. And I was like, come on, Steve. That's how I'm talking to them. My Shadi. Now I have to talk French Creole to my fucking feet because I need them to move. Because in English I said move and they didn't.
didn't
So
budge.
maybe they will understand in Creole. And I went to the restroom and I'm just sitting there and I smell vomit in the restroom because they didn't just throw up in the commode. We threw up in the trash can too. And I'm just like, And I tell you, that was the longest 2 days. And then I get home, and y'all witnessed it, the ones that's in my apprenticeship, my fucking dog got a hold to one of the pieces of fudge that my daughter had in her purse that she was giving to her boyfriend. And my dog, my 3-pound chihuahua, and stole the piece of that was bigger than her and then took it into her house. And she done ate and licked a little corner of it. And then came and probably hit her so fast she came and jumped in the bed. She was like, Mama, I don't know about this shit. And she just stuck like this. And y'all remember she was jumping. I was like, let me see what's wrong with her, because she is scary and she's a shaker. She shakes about everything. She's like one of them little nervous white women. She's just scared about everything. So I was thinking maybe something that happened and that's why she's doing it. And I know I know y'all were looking like she be beating that dog, because every time I would do a hand express, she was like I was like, what is wrong with you? And she just stuck. And then I tried to sit her down and she just went. And I was like, oh Lord, she didn't have a stroke. The dog didn't have a stroke. She ain't that big. She didn't have a stroke. I was like, yeah, I had to cut class short that night, didn't I? I was like, I gotta.
She did. We thought her dog was having a seizure, y'all, like right in front of us.
Yeah, I thought my dog was.
That one question, and we was real life answering her questions and everything. Like we was going into deep thought and everything she was asking for. She was not paying attention to us. I was like, no. And then we started looking at her dog, like, what's wrong with her? What is wrong with her? What's going on?
I get out with her and I
Everything
said, Damon. I said, Damon, go check her house. I said, I think maybe she done got a hold to something. And I be a motherfucker, the little fall pack. And it was both of them. It was Prada too. But Prada went over there and went to sleep. Prada was like, I'm just to lay down. Prada 10 pounds. So maybe, and then my little chihuahua is very selfish. So I'm sure she didn't give Prada that much. But for 2 days, she didn't eat, didn't drink no water. She was just like this.
Poor doggy.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to take them to the vet. And I'm gonna have to tell them that they ate some edibles. And they probably gonna call them folks on me. And I was like, please. So I had to like Google and like what to do. So I got a syringe and I'm putting milk and water like that in her. And she can't even swallow. It just comes like, yeah. And I was like, oh Lord, why does this happen to me? This only happens to me. I've been good my whole life. I'm fucking with nobody. But anyway, but you know, Morgan don't care. Morgan eat the edibles. Morgan gonna smoke 10 pounds of weed in every fucking video. Her and Sabrina. I don't know why my kids like that. I want my children to be better. But I was not setting a proper example. That's why I was so disappointed in everybody for doing it. And every fucking week, Meek Shade is sending me marijuana stuff. And I be like, Meek, please don't send me anything else. I'm like, no, I just want to bless you. No, you ain't got to bless me. Are you bless me? I'm good, sis. I don't want to. If I smell it, it makes me want to throw up. That's how fucked up I was. I was having heart palpitations, y'all. I thought the ancestors was coming to get me. I thought I had became an ancestor. I was like, is this what it feels like to be an ancestor? Ancestors are coming to get me. My heart just. I was like, and my husband came up. Because normally, you know, my husband is like the sounding board. My husband is the one that kind of take care of everything. He keeps us all in order. He keeps everything. So he's supposed to be the one to make sure that we don't fuck up. God didn't look fuck. So he doing a robot. He's like a robot. I can't go to sleep. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with him? And then they come and get me, Miss Duchess, your husband back there in your warehouse going around in a circle like a robot, talking about he can't go to sleep. I said, well, what? I said, well, why? It was cold as fuck in that warehouse. I said, what do you see in the warehouse? I said, come here. It's like, he said he can't walk, but he's walking like in a circle, like a robot. I was like, so fucked up. This is so unprofessional. This Nick Shea bitch that took down my whole goddamn organization. This bitch trying to attack me. This bitch is trying to get me. When I tell you, I was inboxing her, I was like, oh my God, I think everybody just OD'd. What's in this shit? Because I'm going to have to call 911. I'm like, give him a few hours. A few hours, hell, it's been 8 hours and we still fucked up. And I said, did you mistakenly give us the 500 instead of the 75? I said, no, I gave y'all the 75. Like, bitch, you lying. And you trying to get me. You are trying to attack me. It's gonna happen, huh? This is gonna be the one, huh? She was like, Duchess, I'm not trying to attack you. I don't even understand. How much did y'all eat? And I said, they ate it all. She was like, oh, me motherfucking ass. I need some fucking resolutions. You don't be selling this shit. You don't know how to fix this shit. What y'all do? I didn't get in there. Boy, that was some fucked up shit.
I have a question.
As long as it ain't about that shit. Marijuana. I want to know. That shit make my nerves bad. I want to lose you. Go ahead.
I'm never gonna buy those. I'm good on that. But so I just got all my kits that you sent me. I got them today. I haven't opened them yet, so I don't know the instructions, but being that we're talking about Crossroads, so like when I'm done with those kits.
Especially reversal. Make sure you throw that.
So take when I'm done with the
reversal. Yeah.
Okay.
And I wouldn't take it to a Crossroads that's near you either. Try to use Crossroads where y'all not gonna like normally cross over it and stuff like that. Okay. Farther away. Now I ain't say drive an hour away. So I ain't got no gas to drive. I didn't say that. I just said not one that you would typically use. But when you're doing any type of reversal or sending it back or whatever they call it, the Crossroads are always the best.
And the road opener too?
Road opener, take that bitch and throw it in the bank, grocery store, anything where they make money.
Okay.
Dispose of it there. Any place where they make credit unions. I used to have a friend that do this. She would take us to amusement park. And I was like, why the fuck you taking your shit to amusement parks? And she was like, you know, they make money, they happy, everybody coming there to get away and have a good time. And I was like, I never thought of it.
Do you have to leave an offering when you leave your stuff at a bank or wherever?
The simplest thing to do is like water. Most entities, they like rum. But what if that particular, say for instance, like if you doing it to Papa Level and you got some cheap rum or some shit like that, he don't like it. So just be mindful of stuff like that. Now the Crossroad does. Remember I was telling you about the Crossroad? What I want to say is always label your jar and put a date on it. And I bet y'all don't do that. When y'all collect y'all blood, you don't do that. When y'all collect the graveyard dirt, you don't do that. You should always have a particular jar and always put a date on it. And if you're gonna take some of that, you always want to do a high denomination. Like if you, and I'm just talking about purely collecting dirt. Take a quarter and put it at the 4. If you don't have a 20-something pennies, take a quarter because you want the high denomination of change. You get it? A higher denomination of change, higher change. Because the tradition is leaving something behind in return. But that's what it comes with everything, leaving something behind in return. So I'm gonna give y'all a crossroads spell for prosperity. Okay. And I want y'all to write it down, and I'm not gonna speak through it. So the time of the month would always be like the new moon or the dark moon, the dark of the moon, like the day before the new moon. This is when you would do it. Why am I choosing a new moon? New intentions, new things, right? You will also need 3 white tea candles. Hmm. 3 white tea candles, your crossroad dirt that you collected, a white blank paper, regular printer paper is fine. No notebook paper though, because you don't want the lines. A black marker, a Sharpie, 2 small containers,
How many containers?
2 small containers.
Uh-huh.
I would, if you're not consistently working with PCAT, she'll help you with spell work. She'll help you with this spell too. You'll place the tea light candle at your altar or your working space. Leave enough room in the middle for the white paper. Place the tea candles at your altar, like I said. Place some crossword dirt into a small container, about a handful, and leave the remainder of the dirt for another time. And you're gonna place on your altar within your reach. And y'all do know y'all need to cleanse before y'all work at your altar, right? Okay. When you're ready, you'll light the candles and you're gonna focus your attention to remove any blocks that may be hindering your prosperity or your abundance from coming your way. Then with the black marker, you're gonna draw a 3-way crossroad on a paper. So it may look like a T or a Y. Then you will take a pinch of the crossroad dirt and you will sprinkle it on the lines that you have drawn. And you're gonna recite this. You will literally say, prosperity come my way. It finds me. I find prosperity. It comes my way. Prosperity comes my way. It finds me. I find prosperity. It comes my way. You will repeat this 9 times. All right, so my friend. Um, so you will repeat that prosperity comes my way, it finds me. I find prosperity, it comes my way. 9 times. 9 times. Well, each time you're gonna sprinkle a little dirt. Every time you're saying it, you sprinkle a little dirt. Every time you're saying it, you sprinkle a little dirt. And when you're finished, you gather the dirt in a different, you gather the crossroad dirt in a different container, and you fold up the crossroad drawing. You're gonna tape it closed. And then you're gonna mark it with the date of the day you did the spell when it was done. You're gonna keep it somewhere where you keep your money, such as your purse or wallet. Then with the dirt in the container that was on the paper from the spell, you're gonna sprinkle the crossroad dirt at the threshold and other places around your home. And you're gonna leave the candles to burn out on their own until they go out. Do I need to repeat that again?
Yes, please.
All right. So you get the time of the time that you're going to do it is during the new moon or the day before the new moon. You're going to need the 3 white tea light candles. You're going to need the crossroad dirt. You're going to need the white blank paper, like the regular, like I said, typing paper or whatever. A black marker. You're going to need 2 containers. So what you're going to do is you're going to prepare the opening as you normally would. You can ask for assistance from whoever that you normally would ask for. If you don't use anybody, don't worry about it. You'll place the tea light candles on your altar, leaving room in the middle for the white paper. Does that make sense? Can you see it? Can you visualize it? Okay. So then you're going to place some crossroad dirt into a small container, about a handful. And you're going to leave the remainder of the crossroad dirt for another time, but you're going to place it on your altar within reach, okay? So when you're ready, you're going to light the candles and focus on your attention to remove any blockages that may be hindering prosperity or abundance from coming your way. Then with a black marker, you're going to draw a 3-way cross on paper. It may look like a Y, it may look like a T, doesn't really matter. And then you'll take a pinch of the crossroad dirt and you're going to sprinkle it on the lines that you have drawn the crossroad, and you're going to recite these. Prosperity comes my way. It finds me. I find prosperity. It comes my way. You're going to repeat this 9 times. And while each time you're sprinkling crossroad dirt on the drawn crossroad, T or the Y. When finished, you will gather the crossroad dirts in a different container. You're going to fold up the drawing and you're going to take it closed. Don't really matter how you fold it up, that don't even matter. Then you're going to mark it with the date when it was done, and you're going to keep it someplace where you keep your money. Like I said, your purse or your wallet. Why do you think it's important to put a date on it?
So you can tell if it's working or not.
Right. Because y'all gotta start remembering when you do work, you always want to make sure you have a date. You always want to, because you have something to refer back to. So you know, if just say for instance you did it March 1st, but now it's May and nothing has happened. So now you know you need to go back and it might be something that you didn't do correct. So that's for every piece of work that you guys do. Always make sure you write a date on it.
Didn't
That
you
gives
tell
you
us
a
that there was?
manifesting time. Huh?
You told us that. I remember seeing in one of your videos that you, Serena, there's a book that you referenced.
Yeah,
that
I
you
can't think of the
use.
name of it. I can't think of the name of it, but it does do it. It does. I can't think of the name. I can't think of the name of it. Shit.
It's brown. It's a spell. It says something like spell book or spell workbook or something.
Yeah,
And
a
you write
spell. Yeah,
down
it's
all
it's something like that. But that's really really good to do because it makes you write in. And I do that for some of my clients too, especially the ones I know that's gonna give me a headache. I take notes on their work and stuff like that, and I use it and I give it to them. So if they come back 2 or 3 months, okay, this is what I saw. This is what I told you. Because it gives you like a manifestation date now. It's really good. It's really good. But after you do that, then with the dirt from the container that was on that, with the dirt that was in the container was on the paper from the spell, you're gonna take that dirt and you're gonna sprinkle around your house, and you're gonna let the candles just burn themselves out. And the tea candles, you just throw them away. No big deal. That's a really good crossroad spell. Another book that's really good too, about crossroad rituals too, is called Hoodoo Conjuration, Witchcraft, and Voodoo. And it's by Harry Middleton Hyatt.
You said HYATT.
ATT. That's a really good hoodoo book too for
Yeah,
crossroad.
okay.
Any questions? Nobody? All right. So the last thing that we're going to do is I'm going to teach y'all it's a tarot spread, and it's a lot to this, but it really is. It's a tarot spread. It can be altered and rearranged if you have more than one option or choice that you have to make. Or it could be rearranged into a cross shape to make it a four-way crossroad. Okay? So this is how it kind of looks. So you see the 1 and 2, 1 and 2, then it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you're using 9 tarot cards. Y'all see that? Everybody got it? Y'all still writing it down? Got it? All right. So, like I said, this tarot card can be altered. You don't have to necessarily shape it like this, but I do because it's wise. This one is like it's shaped into like a three-way. So you have two possible options, A or B. So before Lynn is, you can, let me say this. If you need to make a decision on a certain path to take, leaving a job, leaving a relationship, moving, any of these things, this would be a nice spread for you to do. Keep in mind, though, you have an option of which path to take. And with the path to take, what decision to make, or what you need to do between the two options. This spread could kind of look at what the challenges are, the past influences, the pros, cons of both options, and also the potential outcome for each option. Just imagine if I'm teaching y'all this with this tarot with the crossroads, just imagine how my tarot class is. I did a nice one for intro. The next one, I'll teach y'all how to do different spreads. I'm gonna miss her. All right. So the crossroads spread. What number one represents? Number one represents where you are and what is happening at the present time. Number two represents obstacles and challenges. Because if you notice, I wasn't able to do it, but it crosses over the first card. So this will be the first, this the second, it kind of crosses over, okay? So one represents or presents where you are and what is happening at the present time. Two represents obstacle and challenges, crosses over the first card. This is what is opposing you. This is what's blocking you. This is what's causing you confusion, preventing you from making a decision you want to make, or making it difficult, or even the reason why you need to make a decision or choice in the first place. So what did I say the first card does?
Tells you where you are and what is currently happening.
What does the second card do?
to your obstacles and challenges.
Third card. The third card represents past influences. This may have been what has been influencing your decision or choice, which you may not be aware of. What did I say, 3U? Past influences. This is what has maybe hindering you. It might be influencing your decision or choice, which may or may not have you have been aware of. Four, option A, pro. Option A, pro. These are the pros or good points of option A. Fourth card, it is option A, pro. There are pros or good points of option A. Then you have option B, which is card number 5. These are the pros or the good points of B. And it's also the other choice or decision. These are the cons or bad points of option A. Y'all get that? So the fourth card was the option A. The sixth card is the con of the option. Option B, which is number 7. These are the cons or the bad points of option B, which was number 5. Outcome. This is card number 8. It's the outcome for option A. This is the alternative future if option A is chosen. Number 9, that's the outcome for option B. This is the alternative future if option B is chosen. So let's look at it like this. That's the spread. So you have your present and you have your obstacle and challenges, right? Then you have 3. 3 is the past influences. It's what's caused you to have the confusion with 1 and 2. You see it? Then you go to 4. 4 is your option A. That's the pro. That's the good point of option A. It's a good point. Then you have 5. 5 is the pro, is the good point of option B. Then you have 6. 6 is the con, the bad part of option A. Okay? Which is this one here. Then you have 7. 7 is the con of option B. Then you have 8. 8 is the outcome for option A. It is the future of option A if you choose it. 9 is the outcome for option B, which is the alternative future if you choose B. This is literally how you can do a spread off of one situation. It's kind of long, right? I think you all should do it. Meditate on
I'm
one
good.
particular thing, meditate on one particular subject that you have that you're confused about, and do this spread. Now, I want you to post this spread in the group, but since they did not take the road open in a crossroad class, no need to even discuss what it is. I just want to see it. Okay? This is the Crossroad class. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Do y'all have any other questions for me? This tarot spread is amazing. Y'all gonna be surprised what you see. I can't wait for y'all to do it. Don't just do it out. I want y'all to meditate on, really focus on a question. I want you to clear your cards, knock on them 3 times to wake them up, shuffle them 3 times to wake them up to you, breathe on them 3 times to put your energy into them, and then lay your spread. All right? All right, did y'all enjoy? Any questions, concerns?
I have a question.
I know you gonna have a question, Miss Tasha. Go right ahead, dog.
The tarot class you did last year, is that available to watch? Did you record that one?
I don't know. I have to go back and see. I just started
Okay.
keeping them and saving them towards the middle part of last year. But the tarot class that I'm going to do now is going to have a small intro. And then I'm going to go into, because I only did I think a 3-card spread. I'm going to do 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to show y'all how to do a they call it a lifetime spread, where it kind of tells your fortune for your life. I'm going to teach y'all how to do that one. That's almost 12, 13 cards, and teach you how to put it into how to connect y'all.
Do you have a reading where if someone was confused about what kind of business they should be doing?
That's a business consultation.
Like that?
That's a business consultation. Because in my business consultations, I do pull cards every time we talk. Most of my business consultations, you get them in 5. You can do 1, but the 1 is really a beginning. It's a start, because I help you all the way from the beginning to all the way to the end. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else? This will be available. I need to upload it, and then you will get this sent to your email as well for you guys to go back over and look over it again. Okay?
For the spread that you gave us, should we clarify or should we just
You don't need to
lay down the
clarify an 8-card spread. It is what it is.
Okay.
You just follow. What the fuck that mean? Clarify. That's that new wave shit. I don't even want. That's that new wave shit. I don't even want to know nothing about it, because that ain't how you read no fucking cards. But anyway, y'all listen to everybody. You don't have to clarify. The spirit doesn't need clarification.
Okay.
Know that. Anything else? Sabrina, I know you flipping. No? Well, I thank y'all, and give me, I don't know how long it's going to take, because anytime it's over an hour, it takes a minute. My computer don't run that fast. I'm in the country, so my shit don't run fast like that. But you'll get it before 5 o'clock today, pretty sure. It'll be sent to y'all email, okay?
Okay.
All right, many blessings. I thank y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Y'all learned something new. It's not readily available. Huh?
Are you linking notes out? Are you sending notes as well?
No, I'm not.
I came in late, so I didn't hear if you was doing that.
Then you're gonna have to watch the video so you can take them. All right. Anybody else? Many blessings to you all. I look forward to seeing y'all tarot spreads.
Yes.
Thank you, Duchess.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.